Hello, Nazar, if you'd like to start.
Hi, Cesar. We just wanted to ask you the news about Iker Casillas. Obviously, it's quite shocking for the football world to hear what happened. I just wanted to get your reaction to it.
Yeah, well, that's you. I think was the first thing I wanted to say before any question, and obviously I want to wish him a good recovery. Obviously, the news has shocked us because it's quite tough, but we have been told that he's doing well, that he's improving. So he has been my teammate in the national team for quite a few years, and from here and from everybody in Chelsea, we want to wish him a good recovery and we hope to see him very soon on the pitch.
Adam, Andy?
Easier.
Cesar, Maurizio was just saying you've been playing centre-half in training in the last couple of sessions because of the problems with Antonio. I just want to hear whether it felt like old times again, whether you enjoyed it, whether you're up for the job tomorrow, or whether it's you're quite happy to stay where you are.
I'm ready to play wherever the manager asks me to play. I've played centre-back in Chelsea. I've played centre-back in the national team. So it's true that the last couple of months I played more right-back and just a few times as a left-back. But you know me, I can adapt to different positions. I enjoy whatever the managers think that I'm useful for the team. So I'm ready for it.
Tony?
Cesar, you've had problems away from home this season, defensively. I mean, I'm thinking about Bournemouth game, the Manchester City game, Liverpool, Everton. Why do you think that is, that away from home defensively, Chelsea have had problems?
You're right that in the Premier League, in the away games, we have struggled and we have conceded a lot of goals. And as a consequence, we didn't get points. But in the Europa League, I think it's the opposite. We have been quite solid defensively, and I think as a consequence of that, we scored a lot of goals, even if in the last game we won 1-0 against Slavia Praga. But especially when you play away from home, you have to be ready since the beginning. We expect a tough game tomorrow. We are in the semi-final of the Europa League, so we know that both teams, we are very close to the final, and it's something that we have been working very hard since September, since the start of the competition, and hopefully we can have a good game tomorrow.
Adam?
Cesar, it's been a strange season. It's felt like it's gone from extremes at different times. What would silverware and a trophy do for this group and do for the manager in relation to this group? Do you think it could really help be as a springboard for next season as well, if you were to win a trophy?
Here in Chelsea, every season we start and we go for every trophy, and obviously through the year you can be out of some of them. At the moment we arrive to the semi-final of the Europa League, it's a long way to be here, and we have seen that many good teams they are not in the last four of the competition. So for us, winning a trophy is a priority, and that's our aim to do, starting by tomorrow, a good game. And we know that it's 180 minutes plus and eventually extra time, and we have to be ready because we are expecting this, and hopefully we can be in Baku in the 29th of May.
Ian?
Cesar, hi. This is the first season that Chelsea have played Europa League football from the start of the season. How much is this season taking out of you as players, and how confident are you that you have the stamina to see it through to the end?
Well, obviously, it's the last time we won it. We arrived in the Europa League by being out of the group stage in the Champions League. Our target is to be back in the Champions League next season as soon as possible. But because of last year, we started in Europa League in September, and we know that it's a long way to reach the final, and takes travel every Thursday, and we have a struggle when we have played in the Premier League after the Europa League games, because obviously every European competition takes you a lot of energy. And hopefully we can be in Champions League next season. But now we have been working hard to be here today, and we are in the last step before the final.
Your friend Simon.
Hi, Cesar. Just interested to know, where do you keep your 2013 medal? Do you sort of see that on the same level as the Premier League title wins? Is that the Europa League is much derided competition, but do you see it as something that is a notable achievement?
Well, obviously it was my first trophy with Chelsea, and always I think the first trophy is something special, and obviously I have great memories from it. But it's something different to the Premier League. Both times we won it when you are fighting for 38 games, and the way we did in both, I think, is something that we are really proud of it. And as you say, the Europa League is not the biggest competition in Europe, but is the second after the Champions League. So now we started in September. A long way. Every team, a lot of teams, they were out of the competition. Big teams that they could be here, and it's our moment to step up and to try to win it for the second time in the history.
A gentleman with the headphones, Liam, and we'll finish with Andy.
Yeah, hello. How do you expect Eintracht Frankfurt tomorrow, and how do you have to perform, and how do you see the Bundesliga in total? Do you look at the Bundesliga, and how strong do you see the Bundesliga?
I watch. I like football a lot, and I watch football from everywhere. And the Bundesliga is one of the leagues that I watch. Especially Eintracht is a team that dominates his group stage in the Europa League. He has knocked out Shakhtar, Inter, Benfica. They play with very high intensity. They play with high pressure. They put a lot of bodies in the box in the final third. So we expect a tough game since the beginning, and we have to match this intensity, because we know that for both teams, when you are in the just so close to the final, every goal is very important. So we have to be ready since the beginning.
Cesar, just how big a blow is it to lose Antonio Rudiger at this stage of the season? Not just a key player for you, but a really strong personality in the squad. And did he have a message for the group when he found out that he wouldn't play again this season?
Antonio is a very important player for us. Obviously, to miss any player at this stage is not the best news that we could have. So Antonio is a strong man. Obviously, when we heard about the news, we spoke with him. We sent him a quick recovery. We know that he's gonna be back as soon as possible and fit enough to keep his level. So obviously, as I said before, it's not good news to lose him for the final games of the season, and from here again to wish him a quick recovery, and I'm sure he will be backing us from his house.
And the last one with Andy.
Hi, Cesar. This is a light-hearted question for you. Back home today, Neil Warnock has been fined £20,000 for the comments he made after the game against yourselves in Cardiff. I don't think I've heard you speak yet about that goal that you scored. He said the officials are the worst in the world. I just want to hear your perspective from it, and I don't know whether you could offer to pay some of the fine for him, given it was you that caused such misery for him.
We will talk in private about this, but No, obviously I was there in the middle because I was the one who scored the goal, and obviously in the moment when I scored, I just look at the linesman. He didn't put the flag up. I knew that I could be in the edge of the offside position after. No, it's what I thought at the moment, and obviously I saw, and I cannot ignore that I was in the offside position, but. That's why sometimes, the VAR is coming next season. I'm sure that it will help everybody, and will help the referees, and will help every team to get the right decisions. But sometimes we were punished in the other hand, and I'm sorry for him, but for one goal that I scored this season.
Thanks, everyone.